Welcome to your monthly motivation. I'm Kongit, and I am here to help you get a winning mindset that you can use while building the life that you deserve. Mindfulness, in my opinion, is one of the most transformational personal growth practices that you can develop, hands down. It's a self-management tool that you can use to be more present and conscious and really take control of your thoughts and feelings and behaviors. In other words, mindfulness helps you master yourself. So, what is mindfulness exactly? Mindfulness is a mental state achieved by focusing your awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting your feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations. I would add to this, and consciously choosing what you want to do about them. When you're in a state of mindfulness, you're aware of what's happening in the moment. You might notice thoughts or feelings that come up for you, but you have the power to choose whether or not you're going to act on them. Let me give you an example of how a person behaves before they've developed a mindfulness practice and after. Okay, so a few years back, I had a client who would always go off. Okay, she would go off in professional situations. She would go off in family situations. And obviously it got really, really hard for her because she was just ruining her relationships in every part of her life. She said that whenever someone would say something to her, this wave of anger would just come up over her and she would just go off. So it's like she had absolutely no control over her anger. So over time and with a lot of work, she became more aware of how she was feeling and how her body was feeling before she was going off. And she was able to control how she responded when that wave of anger hit. Instead of going off, she would maybe take some deep breaths or go out for a walk and do something to make sure she was in a place of peace. And as you can imagine, it was so transformational for her life because a practice of mindfulness helped put her back in the driver's seat instead of her emotions. The more self-control you have, the higher you'll rise. That's just the bottom line. Do you want a surgeon who will go off in the operating room just because he feels like it while you're laying there open? You don't. What about a pilot who's flying the plane? He just goes off on the co-pilot because he said something that gets on his nerves. It's completely unacceptable. So that's why having a mindfulness practice is so important. So you stay in control of yourself, and you can just go higher in life when you can control yourself. That's really just it. Mindfulness helps you develop the self-mastery you'll need to take you all the way to the top. So today's question is, what will you do to bring more mindfulness into your life? I'm going to give you 3 simple activities that you can use to bring more mindfulness into your life every day. Pick one and work on it consistently for the rest of the month. Here are your options. I will go on a 30-minute walk in a natural setting by myself. I will sit still and just focus on my breathing for 2 minutes every time I feel frustrated or overwhelmed. I will spend 5 minutes every day in complete silence. Once you've decided on your mindfulness activity, post it right down here. I'm so glad you're doing this and investing in your future, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Show me in the world how committed you are to becoming more mindful by tweeting this. I'm upping my mindfulness for the rest of the month. Cheer me on. #mindfulness, #Kongit Farrell. Thanks so much for tuning in, and remember, this is your life. Go out and get the one that you deserve. See you next time. Want more inspiration, motivation, and fun? Sign up for all of that and more at KongitFarrell.com.